Hello, what's up, guys, and welcome to another sneak peek episode which features Crush Lulu. This time, yes, Crush Lulu is going to be released after Zaryusu. So, in sneak peek episode 2, we're going to be covering her skills, all about her, what she does. So, please enjoy the video and let's begin. So, basically, we go to summons so we can see Crush Lulu, and here she is right here. She's going to be a blue healer for your team, and this is her stats. She's going to have S on her HP, C on defense, B on speed, C on attack, and B on magic defense. Like we can see, nothing big, always S on the healers, which is good. And she has a captain skill, and that is really good captain skill. We will explain all about it in a little bit. This is the character, and this is her at max stats. But like we always say, these stats are not finals. It depends on your account on leash and your account stats. But this is basically her and her stats. And now we will move for her skills, which I translated right here. If we can see it, this is going to be her captain skill right here. The effect resistance of all enemy characters during the control state, which means the buffs, period is reduced by 25 and damage increased by 15%, which means that she will lower the enemy resistance for each debuff that you placed on them with your team, and she's going to reduce it by 25%, and she will increases the damage by 15% for your team. And now we will move for her passive, which is she will give her effect resistance increased by 10, and at level 2 restore health equivalent to 15% of your maximum health before action. So if you played Enri, her kit and the way she does stuff is a little bit similar to Enri. Before she acts, she can heal 15% of maximum health for your team, which can be helpful at some time. And it's mean her name, but in a Chinese way. On effect resistance, it will be increased by 15, and at level 4 by 20. So you will have resistance increased by her passive to 20% when you get it at level 4. And when you get her passive to level 5, randomly purify yourself before the action one debuff. She will randomly purify herself one debuff from herself when you make her passive level 5. And now we move for her first skill, her single skill, the normal one. When released to the enemy, deals 50% attack power and life to the enemy single target magic damage of 6% of health. When released to an ally, deal 10% of the health blood to an ally single target. And at level 2, when released against the enemy, it will be more damage and more health magic damage. And here it will be the same. At level 4 also it will be 50, and here it will be 40.5% instead of 3, because when released to an ally causes 30% of health restored and blood volume, which means that she will heal an ally by 30% of health of the damage that she does with her skill. When released against an enemy, it will be at level 5, it will be 16% of health to an ally. And for her second skill, it's the Lion Heart. Caused 20% of the upper life limit of blood volume to be restored. Blood volume is mean life, like it's HP, but because it's Chinese translated, it's going to be like that. So basically, she will restore 22% of your HP, and she will purify one debuff from the ally that you want to give it to, and add Lionheart after treatment for 2 rounds. Lionheart is effect resistance increased by 25%, and she will give immunity to debuffs, so you cannot take any debuffs because there will be an immunity on you, and can be supermost, so it can be taken off. And she also have resistance by 25% for your team. And target action bar increased by 50%. She will increases your action bar by 50%. After the during carrying Lionheart is attacked, attach sync to the attacker silence, lasts for 1 round, cools down 3 actions. and it's going to be this one. Unable to release active skills other than the ordinary attacks. So he will not be able to do any ultimate or second skill. He will only be able to do his basic attack, which is the normal single attack that they have. Lionheart at the end of the duration, remove the carriers at the same time, has a reduced state and restores 30% of maximum health. So when Lionheart is gone after the 2 rounds, it will also restore 30% of the maximum health. At 4 star are the Lionheart effect improvement. Units carrying Lionheart are after the attack attach silence to the attacker from 1 round, called bots reactions. So at 4 star, um, she will inflict a silence on the enemy team, which can only use one attack. And I think this one is the same as, like, it's this one maybe, or it might probably be different, but I think it is because it's the same. Like, if you can see, it's the same thing. So it's the effect that you will get this one at level 4 when you get her 4 stars, and at 6 stars at the end of the duration, remove the carrier body at the same time, go to all the winning stats and restores 30% of maximum health. So as well, this one right here, the last passive, it's going to be at 6 stars, it will be open, so keep that in mind. She doesn't do this stuff unless she's 6 stars. At 4 she will have this one, the silence, and at 6 star she will have she will remove all the debuffs from you and restores 30% of your health after the Lionheart is ended. So basically until here she can do that without the stars, but these two it's at 6 stars. Alright, and she will also give you, they will say it right there in the levels I'm going to show in a little bit, that it will give you a critical strike damage increase. Critical damage is increased by 30%, and if they have a similar gain buff, the highest will take effect. So she will give 30% critical rate for an ally you have, and at level 2 it will be right here, as you can see, is added after treatment for 2 rounds. Is the second skill, but this is the levels of it. And here it will have for 34 24, it will be more recovery, and in here it will be 27, and at level 5 it will be -1 cooldown. And now for her ultimate. Her ultimate is Cast Vanny Sue, 16% of the upper life limit of blood volume to be restored. She will restore 16% of HP after treatment, add effect resistance improvement for 2 rounds, and this is a buff that will increases the resistance by 45% for your team. And if you have her 5 star, she will have attack upgrade after treatment from our round, which is the attack boost right here, that will give you 30% more attack. So as you can see, if her kit mostly depends on her stars, the higher stars you have her, the better stuff that she will do. But without investment, she is not so strong. Like, she is good for resistance and some heals and some, some stuff. But she needs to be 6 stars to at least give your team this attack boost and this, the maximum health by 30% and removing debuffs. So what so not really worth it if you don't wanna, 6 stars her. And at level 2 increases your own action bar by 20 after skill, and here it will be 80% HP instead of 16, and at level 4 it will be 20, and at 5 it will be skill cooldown -1 like always. So as you can see guys, she is literally so good, but she needs to be invested on. She's not that good at 4 star or 3 stars. You need her at least above 5 stars, because at 5 stars she start giving the attack, and at 6 stars she's going to give you this one, which will remove all the debuffs from the allies, and will also restore 30% of maximum health. So remove the carrier body of the same time, so it will be to all. And anyway, this is her Arclight. Opportunity, the effect resistance of the whole team is increased by 30%. So by now you all understood that this is a resistance character. She will increases all your team resistance. This is the more like her kit. This is what CRUSCH LULU is meant to be. She is mostly focused on the resistance. She will give you a lot of resistance, especially if you have her Arclight as well. For Admission per round. This effect is reduced by 7.5% up to 7.5%. Injuries to the entire team are reduced. Increases by 12% less. This effect is reduced by 4% per round up to 0. And at max, if we can see, it will be 15% instead of 7.5, and it will be 60 instead of 30% for the resistance, and it will be increased by 24 instead of 12% in here, and it will be 8 instead of 4 per round. So as you can see, really good and important Arclight as well to have with her, because she will increases your resistance a lot as well, and she will give you the damage reduced by 7.5%. It will get up, and the more damage you take, it will start to be doing 12 less, and it will be reduced 4 by 4 each round and each round. Okay, so, and this is when it's maxed, and that's literally it, guys. This is Crush Lulu. She is your healer slash buffer slash resistance character. She will increases all your resistance. She will give you, if you have her fully invested on, she will give you attack boost, and she will give you she will remove your debuffs, and she will give you a lot of heals, and she will also silence the enemy teams if you have her at 4 stars. 4 stars is really easy to get, it's not that hard. So at 4 stars she is decent, she is not bad, but at 6 stars she is really really good and can help your team survive because of how much resistance and how much heat she can provide. So if you don't have a good healer, she can be a good healer, but she can be decent like we said at 4 stars, but at 6 she will be a beast. So 6 starring her is really important for you to get all the benefits from her. But basically, is she worth summoning on? She is not worth summoning on if you have we had a lot of healers which can provide much more than this, and it requires less investing. So this character is good, like there is no bad character in the game, but the only difference between them is that this character is good without investment and this character is good only with investment. And Crush Lulu is only good at full investment. At 4 stars she will be decent, fine, but I don't advise, especially for free to play, for you to grab her and waste your resources, because you need her at least 6 stars to add for free to play to actually get usage of her. So she is not worth the summons. You can skip and wait for another. We already have like Mare and many others healer that is so good and gives similar stuff. The only different in her is that she gives a lot of resistance. So if you see that, oh, I need resistance, I wanna try, I wanna see the resistance team, you can probably try to get her and invest in her. But personally, I don't advise, because she is not going to be so good in PvP. So if she's 6 stars, she's going to be decent in PvP, but she's not going to break PvP or be so broken for your F2P, especially to go and waste your resource to invest in her. So this is Crush Lulu for you guys, the resistance healer, and this is all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it helped. And by the way, tomorrow Zarius is coming to Global, in case you don't know, and we spoke about it in the last video if you wanna go and watch it out. And we are going to try to summon and get that guy, so try to be there for my live tomorrow. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your boy DTRU was with you guys. Peace.